Aerospace Growth Partnership, outlined by ADS President Robin Southwell, received a big boost with an announcement at Farnborough 2012 by the Secretary of State for Business, Dr. Vince Cable. The AGP is good news for the aerospace sector.
So, all I can say is, this is important, this is exciting, and if we get it right now, we will be putting in place the foundations and establishing the priorities which will sustain what I believe is the greatest sector of our economy into the future for the next generation of engineers and all our benefit. So that is where I'm coming from on this. It couldn't be more important, and I'm very grateful now to hand over to the Secretary of State who will take us forward on this discussion.
Well, can I just thank Robin for the very positive words that he's just expressed. What I do want to do as the Secretary of State here is to spell out a little bit more about what the government's role is. And in the past, we were always sort of rather inhibited in government by being accused of picking winners. And this is a throwback to the debates of the 1970s. But I don't feel at all embarrassed in saying actually that this sector is one of our winners, and it is something we want to support as a sector. There's nothing wrong with government getting behind successful sectors in the economy and not dictating business decisions. We don't want to do that. We're not in a controlled, planned economy. We don't want to get there. But where you have a successful industry with enormous growth potential, providing a vast amount of highly skilled employment, it's a bit of a no-brainer that government's really got to get behind it and support it as best it can, and this is what we're trying to do. And one of the key steps we've made in the last few months is a big commitment to additional funding for research. The Chancellor announced in the November statement 60 million of new funding in terms of the creation of what we call a virtual centre for aerodynamics. And I think we do understand the importance of thinking in a long-term strategic framework. And indeed, this is what this vision helps to give us. It's an important milestone, and I think it captures lots of the work we've already done. And I think together with the specific announcements that are made on government funding support, I think we've got the basis here of a really positive engagement between government and the industry that will do us well in the years to come.
And this is a huge exercise going on between industry and government that's joint at every stage. It's co-chaired by Mark Prisk, Minister of State for Business and Enterprise in BIS, and Marcus Bryson, who is the CEO for GKN Aerospace, but he's also the Vice President within ADS, our trade association. The process is a very, very large undertaking. We've got over 80 senior executives from industry, 8 full-time, very high-caliber young secondees, and the aim is to put in place the plan for the sector for the next 20 years. We have a stunningly successful sector here in aerospace. We're number 1 in Europe, number 2 in the world, and the aim of the whole AGP is to put in place the plan that's going to keep us in that position for the next 20 years.
And I think the Minister made clear, did he not, this morning, that the AGP will help you in the long term, as you said, 20 years, because the lead time in this industry is very, very long. What you're planning for and designing now won't take to the air for another maybe 10, 20 years.
Well, that's very possibly true. We're taking a near, medium and far horizon view within the AGP work, and we're looking at supply chain issues, technology, strategy, manufacturing base and skills within all of those bodies of work, with the aim of not only identifying what we've got to do in the short term to be successful. There's lots of opportunities out there for businesses, for the UK in particular, to actually go out and grab market share further, but also put the technology plans in place that are going to have us ready with the technologies of the future when the Airbuses or the Boeings actually go and do their next new program.
You mentioned the companies, and of course the ADS members, they are important. They need to grow their individual businesses to ensure the success of the sector as a whole. Are they cooperating in this partnership?
It's huge cooperation. I mean, the ministers this morning reflected back that they've never seen the UK aerospace sector so joined up and so coherent. And it is a great effort. We have superb support and access into the government with this process. The Prime Minister was at the show yesterday, said some extremely encouraging things and made a number of very clear commitments, not least of which was that they're so impressed with this as a process, as a model for government industry engagement, that they want us to actually pick up this process across defence as well. So we're very encouraged. We've got very, very strong support and engagement with all reaches of government on this, and we're hugely confident and enthused about the future for the UK aerospace sector.
Finally then, briefly if you would, might be an unfair question, but aerospace, as you say, does lead the way. It has to by its very nature. Should now other sectors be following your lead and getting together in partnership to make this work and make this country industrially great again?
Well, I'm passionate about maintaining advanced manufacturing and engineering in the UK across all sectors. We've found a model here that works superbly for aerospace. I think it is a model that other sectors could pick up and use, but that's for them to actually choose. We're just very grateful that we've found a way of engaging government on looking at a 20-year plan for this vital, fantastically successful sector that we have in the UK now.